Hello, you beautiful, amazing humans. Happy Tuesday, big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So, if any of you is kind of like, I need a little pep in my step this morning, go check out my Facebook post. There's some goats running around. I said, this is us coming into our Tuesday. Like they're kicking their heels up. So, um, I thought it was funny anyway. But happy Tuesday to you. Love you guys. Really appreciate you. And this morning, as everybody's coming in, and you'll see um, the lines load up more, we've got a special day today. But before we get into it, Andrea and myself, we were thinking about like, how do you put a word like what is a great word that defines Remembrance Day for Canada? That defines Veterans Day for the US? Like what? And we came up with dedication, right? Dedication. I think of Mr. Larry Carlton on this morning. I got to share this because normally I don't get to see his face, but every day he's out walking for his health. And it's amazing when you're dedicated, when you're consistent, when you have a devotion, things change. Maybe it's reading the Bible, right? Maybe it's your spiritual walk. Maybe it's finances and you're finding a way to put just a little bit away, right? Like it's not a get rich quick overnight, but it's just a little bit, right? It takes dedication. I'm talking to myself because there's so many areas. I can be good at one area and not very dedicated in another. But today is a special day because Canada and the US has two observations today. And dedication, when you look at the definition, it's like it's steadfast commitment to a purpose, to a mission, to a calling. It's the act of showing up consistently with a loyal heart. I see Mr. Andrew Jackson on this morning. My heart's happy because I mean he represents that veteran that him and Melissa has poured their life into. And so in honor of Remembrance Day in Canada and Veterans Day in the US, you might say, what's Remembrance Day in Canada? If you're not familiar with it, it's a day to remember the fights and the sacrifices of democracy against tyranny, submission and abuses of dictators that were not silenced and deprived millions of people from their freedom. Somebody, some group had to step up. They had to be dedicated. And I wrote this morning in my notes, and if you really even move into Veterans Day reflection, you know, this could honor both Canada and the US with Remembrance Day and Veterans Day. And it's like, because today we pause, we honor those who embody dedication in its most profound form. Like our veterans who chose to serve something greater than themselves. And I wrote a couple of things down. I hope you're okay if I share this just from my heart this morning. That dedication isn't just commitment. It's the Marine standing watch, like standing over, watching, but it's cold outside. It's dark and other people are sleeping. It's the soldier who's training relentlessly, not knowing if the skills will ever be needed, but they're giving it all they got. It's the sailor months at sea, missing birthdays, missing holidays, carrying the weight of separation from their family, from their kids, from their grandkids, from the people they love. I believe that our veterans and people that make that dedication, they teach us like what really true dedication. I'm this morning really, like, when you really take the time to think about it in Remembrance Day and Veterans Day, and you're sitting there thinking about it, like it makes me feel really like analyze myself because sometimes I'm aggravated with a social media post. Sometimes the app's not working. Sometimes, oh my goodness, I didn't get the customer I wanted, or the brand partner's not doing what I want them to do. And I'm like, there's a whole nother world out there of dedication. Try like showing up, truly showing up, missing time with your family, with your kids, because you're serving the world. Eva Marie, great example. Thank you for your dedication because they dedicate not just their time, but their very safety for us, right? And I wrote this morning, like, John Frick, I'm thinking about this. People for Remembrance Day and Veterans Day, Canada and the US, like, I thought about this and I wrote this down and I want to share this with you. And I'm trying to get to it, okay? Here's what I wanted to share with you. To me, when I look across Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, National Guards, all the branches of the military service, like, we thank you this morning. I hope everybody in the chats and the comments let you know how much you mean to us. Remembrance Day in Canada, the people that stood up and fought, served, protected, while others like me were sleeping. Here's what I wrote down. Here's what you guys mean. You wrote a blank check to the nation, payable up to and including their lives. That's true dedication that transcends duty. It becomes sacrifice. And so all of the time I can get swept up in my own world of social media, politics, all this other stuff. It's not what's important. Yeah, we've got to do it. Yeah, we've got to work through it. It's not what's important. Today, what's important is the true sacrifice of men and women that has served our great countries when others were sleeping and didn't know to be thankful, maybe didn't know they were serving, but today we can just give and we can say thank you all day today. Thank you, thank you, thank you for what you do and what you've done and your service. We love each and every one of you. And we all know people that have been that and done that. And I challenge all of us today to send a note, to give a phone call, and just to say thank you. Okay? Just to say thank you for your service. We love you guys. And thank you for all you do. Andrea, I'll turn it to you.
I don't know if you should, coach. That was phenomenal. You got goosebumps in the chat, lots of comments, and you got me all up in all of my feelings. And I think it just is gratitude, right? Like we are so incredibly blessed because of the sacrifice of other people and the dedication of others. So, sitting in a place of a lot of gratitude right now and looking in the chat of all the people that are talking about their dad and their father-in-law and their sisters and their brothers and their mothers that have gone out and provided the freedom that we are all living today, both here in the United States and with our beautiful neighbors to the north in Canada. And so this is a big one today. So I'm going to try, guys, but just bear with me. We're going to try. But dedication. So the quote that I found, dedication is not what others expect of you. It's what you can give when no one else is watching. And I think about just how we would want to possibly be remembered in this world. And I want to be remembered as dedicated to helping others. And how can we live a life of dedication today and honor those that have served in the process? So, first of all, Andrea can show up on purpose. Even if it's just one small little action, take it on with intention. Go do something today and show up with that intention inside of you. Next is to express our gratitude freely. A simple thank you for your service carries so much weight. I have a phenomenal mentor. And many moons ago, I think we were actually in a Cracker Barrel. And there was a gentleman sitting there and he had his veteran hat on. And my mentor, I won't name any names, just went up and said, "Thank you for your service." And you could see on that gentleman's face what that meant to him. And that's something that I've tried to do every single time I see that hat, just to give a little thank you to someone that you can see that they've served. So if you've got somebody in your life that you know has served, go give them a thank you today, but on any other random Tuesday as well. Next is to serve someone quietly. Dedication shines the brightest when we're humble and in those unseen acts. When we can go drop off a little something at the food pantry, or we can hand out a little bit more than maybe we thought, whatever that looks like, but go serve somebody humbly. Next is to protect your values fiercely. Whew. The freedom that they fought for deserves to be lived with integrity right here. So go protect those values. And we can be, maybe not you, I can be wishy-washy sometimes. I don't want to speak up in those moments that might create conflict, or I might not want to be who I want to be in certain spaces because I'm nervous or afraid or whatever that may be. But the freedom that was fought for deserves to be lived with absolute integrity. Next is to invest in something bigger than yourself. A mission, a family, a business, a community. Give it your absolute best. Be consistent, not perfect, but willing. And then lastly, let's all lead with some heart today. Sorry, guys, but our veterans modeled courage and loyalty, and we can echo that exact spirit right here in our homes, with our families, with our teams, and with our daily choices. So great word today, Coach. And I
You know
hope
what I love
everybody
about
has some
this, and I love
gratitude
about it.
today.
That was an awesome message. And what I love about our community, what I love about this start for the day is, yeah, there was 130 plus people on, but what will the ripple be, right? By the end of the day, the text, the phone calls, the appreciation, the gratitude comments, like, guys, we can take 130 and reach thousands today with us just being a light in people's, day. And thank you for being here. And to all of our men and women on both sides, Canada and the U.S., that have served and that has protected and that has stood up for what's right, thank you, and we honor you. We love you guys. Have an amazing day out there, and know you're honored.
Thank you, Coach. I'm trying to unmute everybody. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.
Eric Drain, thank you,
Yes,
buddy, for
thank
your
you.
service.
Have a great day.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
all
your
for your
service.
service.